Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a CS-59, it's a tier 9 Polish medium tank, one of the new ones. It's located on the south spawn of Pearl River, and this one is under the command of SlyMeerkat. Now he's got a 105mm gun capable of 390 alpha, and it will penetrate through 252mm of armour with the standard rounds and with the APCR that goes up to 293. It's also got 9 degrees of gun depression, which is quite surprising for a Soviet bloc tank, but there again, this tank never got actually built because the Poles elected to build the T-55 instead. Well, they were part of the Warsaw Pact at the time, and I suppose they had to build whatever Papa Joe, well not Papa Joe, but whatever the Soviet Union wanted, because if they didn't, they got their body smacked. Okay, he's trying to get up that slope. A lot of people can do that. If you've got enough horsepower, you can slip up that slope by climbing the wall sideways, but unfortunately the CS-59 just doesn't have enough power, which is surprising because it's actually quite a mobile medium. It's got good DPM, fair turn of speed, but the armour is a bit lackluster on this vehicle. Yep, you can't rely on the armour to protect you. In fact, he's just seen there's a Skoda behind him, and he puts a round into that guy. Gets a low roll for 368. Can he get another round in? He should be able to. Yep, nice one. Another low roll though, 386. The Skoda really ought to be wary, because if he stays there, he's going to lose a lot of hit points. And he's been joined by a Leopard prototype as well. Now Sly's actually in platoon with one of his teammates in a Leopard prototype as well, but he's sitting around just to the south. I suppose he's wondering what Sly's doing at the moment, but I think Sly's still trying to get shots into the Skoda or the Leopard. The trouble is, once the enemy gets into that village area, they can snipe at people going on around, and I think that what Sly's doing there is he's trying to get a good all-round view, but he's actually managed to get up the slope this time. He did have enough power in the end. I think he found a part of the slope where it is possible to go up, and he's managed to get up onto that next level. Now you can either engage the guys near the village, or you can go to the far east corridor and try and engage the tanks there, but I'm wondering if he's actually thinking of changing his mind. And I mean, he could go along that road there and try and engage the enemy tanks in the village, playing peekaboo around the corner, but at the moment he seems to be in two minds about what he wants to do. His platoon mates actually decided to go off to the far west side of the map, and he's now trying to get around that corner. It looks like they've done well. Oh, AMX 1390, now make yourself big. Oh, big good ram there, 307. That 1390 can't get through. Although he did take a round, that 1390 is a dead duck if he stays there. And yes, lovely. Very well done there. He only took one hit from the 1390, so the guy probably was only one shot left in his mag, and 11 hit points of damage from the ram. Yep, that's all he suffered in that one, so it wasn't that much. He only lost 263 hit points in total. That's less than a shot from one of the other guns, so is he going to go down the cliff here? Oh, whoa, 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 you can flip yourself there. You need to be very careful. His platoon mate's gone all the way around the map now. He's almost at the enemy cap area. And I get the feeling that Sly at this moment is actually trying to protect and stop the enemy from advancing any further, and he's just found that they've broken through on the eastern side. He gets around into the T-95 and gets a high roll this time for 408. The next tank to pop up to the T-54, he couldn't get that one in. These guys are well aware he's here. The T-95 doesn't really care, but the T-54 does, because he's back in the garage. He did try to get some shots on Sly, but he just couldn't. And the T-95 suffers another loss, but a low roll. This tank does have good DPM, Reload time, it's 6.99 for Sly, but it's 8.44 from the book. Going for the top of the T95, he bounces off. I think he was trying to get the cupolas, or at least try and get one of the fuel tanks. And that T10 is very, very close. In fact, I think somebody's indicating hit that T10. It may be some of the guys who are near the cap area. He's going for a shot on the T95, trying to get the rear of it. There's not much to see. E75 is much easier, and he gets a shot in. The Conqueror's firing back, but they just can't get him. It's a good ridgeline to work here. He's just got to be aware that that T10 could pop over the ridgeline anytime. Well, he got a hit into the T95 again, and this time on high roll. I think that Conqueror's pulling back because he realises that they are vulnerable here. They can't pull forward because there's guys defending the base, and if they stay where they are, they're going to get holed. But I'm not so sure Sly should abandon this position because he seems to be doing rather nicely. But the Conqueror appears to be coming... Is he going around? I think he might be coming around to try and get at Sly. I'm pretty sure he is actually doing a quick circuit, and we should see him to our left any second. Is Sly going to abandon this position? Not yet. His platoon mates got to the enemy cap area, except they're not pushing at the moment, and the UDES on the enemy team has actually gone around, and he's got fairly close as well. So Sly's pulled back just a little bit further. He's expecting an enemy tank to pop around that corner any second. There's the UDES 16, there's the T95, ST1. Yes, you can get shots into those guys. Nice shot to the ST1. 349 though, low roll. UDES is taking damage from our teammates near the cap, so he's being persuaded it's not a good idea to come after Sly. Meanwhile, Sly is holding them in position, because if they try to cut across the field, they are going to get shredded. It's kind of a pity that this tank never got built, but then if you think about it, the Polish really had no choice. They had to build whatever the Warsaw Pact told them to build. And I suppose, again, getting a 105mm gun wouldn't fit in with the Soviet ammunition, which was, of course, 100mm or 122mm. Okay, Standard B is going to help him. But they're 3 tanks down at the moment, and Sly is now actually trying to protect against that T10 and the Conqueror coming around here. They have outflanked him. They did exactly what I thought they would do. I said that they might come to the left, and they have, but they even outflanked what I thought they would do. They've gone the whole way round and popped up through the village. The T10's trying to get his gun to bear. Not yet. Oh, he took a round in the tracks from the T10. I think he's decided to drop down because then he can easily stop these guys from moving any further. They're blocked from coming any further. Plus, of course, his gun depression helps. And there goes the T10. The UDES is a one-shot. Now he can chase the UDES down. The unfortunate news is that now the enemy on the other side can actually, on the east side, can actually get towards our cap area. And I think that Sly's decided, yes, I probably need to help defend. And can he get up here? No, I don't think he can. I don't think he's got enough power to get up that slope there. UDES is going the long way round, and he's actually met our platoon mate in the Leopard Prototype A, and oh, enemy Skoda. Yes, thank you very much. God knows why he decided to do that, but I think he was trying to get at the guy in the cap. And the T95, yes, he took the opportunity to cut across the field where he would have been shredded by Sly, but he still got spotted by Shrite, and now he's out the game. So Sly now has 5 kills. He's one short of getting a Top Gun. And there's still enemy out there. Oh, and his teammate Unknown 69 in the Leopard Prototype just killed the enemy T30. And that means now there's only 3 enemies left, an E75, an ST1 and an E50. And there's the ST1. He did take a round for 426, but yes, you can easily get this. Tracks the guy, holds him in place. The Standard B's going to put some rounds into him. And that also turns the turret round. He puts another round in to track him in place. He's asking for his teammates to help and shoot the guy. Turns his turret, and now he goes in through the side. High roll, 405. One shot in, and the ST1 is toast. Which now means there's only 2 left. The E50, who's on the other side of the village. Unknown 69's going after him. And they got him, but it was actually the 1390 who killed him. And that means there's only one left. It's the E75, and Sly's still trying to get up that slope, and he can't. Oh, doesn't need to. Oh, and I think the E75 was caught unawares there as well. Sly took a round in his gas tank, puts a round through the tracks, holds the E75 in place. Yeah, everyone's now piling on him because he's the last enemy, and they all know they can get him. If they all hit him simultaneously, he can only hit one, and therefore he will go down. Okay, the standard B's got behind the E75. He can't turn his turret, so he's just going to get shredded from behind. But it'd be nice if Sly can get him because... oh, and he misses it! He would have got the top gun, but the whole team turn up to celebrate. They've got their victory. And what a good game by Sly. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And here's the end of battle results from that game. It was an ace tanker game by SlyMeerkat in the CS-59. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 5 exactly. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks that damaged him. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5, just 1 short of getting that top gun. He might have been able to get the top gun if he'd taken out the E75, but that standard B managed to get enough rounds into the guy to effectively strip him of his hit points, and then another teammate got the kill. Fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. Now the other thing was that Unknown 69 also managed to get at least 3 kills, and that meant that they both got a Brothers in Arms medal, and of course Sly got the most damage in the game, the high caliber, and at least 20% of the enemy hit pool. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he stands. Well, top of the table when it comes to damage, 5,302. He easily got that one. The next highest score on damage was actually the T95 on the enemy team with 3,481. He got that whilst he was doing the damage on the eastern pass, of the eastern side of the map. The next high score after that was the standard B, who managed to get 3,306 hit points of damage. And the next high score after that was Unknown 69 in the Leopard prototype, and he managed to get 3,304. Just 2 hit points below the standard B. But the good news is when it came to kills, yes, Sly managed to get 5 kills. 3 kills went to Unknown 69, and that earned them the Brothers in Arms. And then 2 kills to the standard B, the T54, the Skoda T50, the Conqueror, and the T10. When it came to base XP, yeah, Sly got that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,459 base experience points to him. 1,080 went to Unknown 69, and they were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base XP. But the E75 on their team was fairly close behind with 977. But a very good play by their platoon. Effectively, they carried the map because they got more than half of the enemy tanks together. If we look at the detail report, we can see Sly fired 25 rounds, got 24 direct hits and 16 penetrations. Damage of 5,302 hit points, all of it done at all of it done at close range. Surprisingly, even though he was shooting those guys from some distance away, right on the edge of the village. 5 hits received. 3 of them penetrated, 2 non-penetration. So I did say that the armour on this vehicle is not that great actually. In fact, it's a bit of a letdown in many ways. Although it's a nicely rounded turret, the fact is that the armour is not enough really to stop the rounds going in, whereas it might be on certain other tanks. But he did get 2 non-penetrations, and those were shots into the tracks, and he blocked damage of 630 hit points in total. Damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 1,073 hit points of spotting assistance in that one, and damage assistance as well. I think it was mostly damage assistance because he tracked that ST1, and his teammates kept piling rounds into the guy whilst he was trying to get towards Sly. He earned 49,752 credits on a premium count, got 22,388 from battle payments and 32,836 from holiday ops. Total of 137,315 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply, even though he used premium rounds, he still ended up with a profit of 52,781 credits altogether. 1,459 XP, 1,095 from Holiday Ops, 328 for playing them Platoon, and took away 3,612 experience points altogether. So first ace in the CS-59. I think this is the first time we featured the CS-59 on this channel, but it's very satisfying to see somebody ace the vehicle at tier 9, and congratulations to Sly, and we now know how efficient this vehicle can be. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.